Hi guys, it's Kathy. I was about to start typing hi to everybody like I do in Judge Fleischer's courtroom, and then I realized I have a microphone. Hi guys. Lori, go to bed. Take one for the team. We all want a little bit of sleep right now. A little bit of sleep right now would be lovely, wouldn't it? I wouldn't be able to fall asleep right now if I tried. Nope. So today we have an update on one of our favorites. um, it's a real quick update, but it's heartwarming. And then one of our vibers was in a court all alone today, all alone. But she kept chatting to everybody, all alone. One person answered her once throughout the whole docket, one sentence or two. I didn't count. It's hard to count that high. So I thought we could watch that with her today. I didn't get the whole docket. I just got a collage of the docket. That way, Cha, you're not alone. We weren't there with you, but you're not alone. We're going to watch your cases with you today so that you know. And Maiko, I told the judge 3 days ago, 2 days ago, Judge, say hi to Olive Sweets. Nothing. Crickets. He ignored me. That's fine. He can ignore me all he wants. He's the judge. Maiko says yesterday, hey, Judge. Happy birthday, Olive Sweets. The only problem is only like 3 of us got it. Only like 3 of us got it. But Maiko, I was one of them. And I laughed. And I even capitalized my LOL. Sallyport, I know you're not here, but we love you. Just make sure you keep coming in here. Okay? Keep coming in here, Sallyport. Let's do the update first. Oh, and if you guys haven't seen, I have a trial, the Kelly trial going on. We're up to day 3. Day 3 is done. I won't be able to get day 4 out today because I work a double. But yeah, Marty, yes, he did. He's so nice. The judge is so nice. Look, if we don't be careful, the judge is going to get that way. And then think about, okay, do you remember when Jasmine first started to watch the judge? Jazzy was like, tell the judge to say hi to me. Tell the judge to say hi to me. And he did. The judge did. We said, Judge, say hi to Jasmine. Hey, Jasmine. And she was so happy. Well, if we keep messing with him with happy birthdays and we want him to say happy birthday to someone, he might not. And if it was Jasmine, that would break her heart. So we can mess with him, but we got to be careful. We got to keep it. He is a judge after all. All right. We're going to start with the update.
Let's see if I can. Good morning, Your Honor.
What up, Judge?
Good morning. Morning, Mr. Reynolds. Good morning, Ms. Molina. I can barely hear you, Mr. Reynolds, so we need to kind of speak up if you can.
All right.
How are you?
I will do that. So we have Ms. Molina here. Always happy to see Veronica. And
Always happy to see you.
so she's meeting her
Hi,
obligations
Molina.
to continue to just check in with us.
Good
and
job. Good
she's excited
job.
to talk to
Oh,
Alex.
I'm always excited to talk to you.
We are too.
From,
We are
Naropa.
too.
So whatever her oldest case is, we can do the ROA completion for talking to
Oh, well, I wasn't even muted. Sorry. I got this, Linus. The 22nd. 22nd. Linus's birthday. Oh, clip this weekend. Nope. Nope. I'm playing it on the 22nd. Linus, I am making you a gift. I am making you a gift for the 22nd. Get ready. Get ready. Sorry, back to work.
Naropa, and that can be dismissed, and then everything else can just get set for a week from today, and hopefully we get to see you in a week too. Always happy to see her.
Let me just check real quick and look in the case number so I can make a good record of which case we're dismissing. So I'll do that right now.
You could use the general office info, but you have to talk to them about who you get.
But I get free texting and free internet.
I don't know, still available.
I have a free paper call. I've only had it for a month, yeah. He does got it.
Sally Port, we love you. We love you, Sally. We do.
Doing all right?
Hmm?
Been doing okay?
Right now, this.
Yeah, I like your hat. What does it say?
Thank you.
More active.
Hurley, Canada. Have you ever been to Canada?
No, but my foster brother graduated and lived out there.
Oh,
So for Miss Aubrey and Miss Molina,
Yes.
the other Molina, Maryville, who works for our court, I'm asking them to put all of Miss Veronica Molina's cases into full court so that I can make face sheet entries on each of those cases.
just talking to other people in the court.
That way we have them all properly documented.
Last name Molina, who works.
That may take a couple of minutes to do,
It's,
but I don't need to hold Veronica Molina up. We can do that on our own without her here. I'll make a record a little bit later about which case is being dismissed, but you want the oldest of the cases dismissed. And then let's just make it clear to Veronica Molina that we want her to come back. Do you want her to come back to community court next Thursday?
I mean, if that works for you, I love seeing you here. There's, resources, and you seem to like it.
You have to reschedule her for a court date, one or the other.
Yeah, I think a week from today would be great. Would that work for you? Just see you next week, same time, same place, same thing?
It's Thursday, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Nice
So
Thursday.
just as long as you're coming to court and working with the prosecutors, we'll keep being cooperative with you and try to keep these cases moving forward, Miss Molina.
All right,
I hope you enjoy your conversation with Alex today.
thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
thank you, Your Honor.
Why, did you find out a lot last week?
I'm
You told me
sorry,
all kinds of stuff last week.
No,
I didn't hear you.
Did he tell you all kinds of stuff last week?
No, nobody tells me anything. It's
We don't
private
ask them.
between you. It's confidential.
I hear you guys talking about me. I hear you guys.
we just want the best for you. But
Okay,
I'll
so
go off camera for just a moment.
she's still her. She's still nuts, but she's so much better. Maybe not. So if you don't know okay, since some people might not know. Okay. This is Boulder, Colorado. And in Boulder, Colorado, right outside the courthouse or the library. No, the library is Reno. Right outside the courthouse, they have this community court every Wednesday. And outside there, they have all kinds of booths set up, food, clothes, food stamps, people to help you get your ID, people to help you get your driver's license. They have a court right here. So if you have a warrant out, you can go right there. That's the prosecutor. And you can get your warrant quashed. So last week, okay, a couple months ago, she was in jail. She didn't want to sign a paper. She was swearing at everybody, and then she was happy, and then she was flirting with this guy, the prosecutor. And she really, really, really hates the probation officer. What is she doing here? Get her out of here. So we've been watching her. We've been tracking her. And they released her finally. And they said, you got to come to community court. You got to come to community court. So last week we had an update with her. She came. They dropped 2 of her 16 cases. So today she came back to community court. They dropped 1 of her 6. Now she's down to 13 cases. She had 14 left. Now she's down to 13 cases. And the judge and the prosecutor is like, you keep showing up. You keep showing up and working with us. we'll keep these cases moving. We will keep these cases moving. So they didn't promise this time if she came next week if they were going to drop more cases. They didn't actually say that this time. I believe Christopher will, but I don't know because I don't know all of her charges. Um, but she's just out there living her best life. I don't know if she has a home. There's people at the booths to find you housing if you need housing. They get you medical if you need medical, food stamps, all these resources right there. If you need a job, they can help you get a job. So he runs the community court. So he tries to push everybody through community court. And like people don't go to jail. You don't normally go to jail when you go to community court. It's just, you know, fine or probation or whatever like that. But you're not allowed to have a tent in Colorado. That's like a big deal. You're not allowed to smoke cigarettes and you're not allowed to have a tent. Yeah, it's Boulder. Yeah, I think Boulder is in the county of in Denver. Is Boulder in Denver? Denver's not in Boulder, I don't think. Anyway, yeah, she's still looking a little rough around the edges, but I think she's getting there. Hopefully we see her next week. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I want to play this. No, no. I'll think about it at the end. So I wrote Colorado on this, but I think I meant Reno. I think we're going to Reno next. I think maybe I was drunk. No, Lancaster is not in Pittsburgh. So they're two separate cities. They're not a county. Houston is in Harris. That's what I'm thinking. Not Lancaster and Pittsburgh. Anyway, I think I wrote Colorado here, but I think this is. Nope, this is Colorado.
Mr. Scholen?
All right, just one moment. All right, the court is calling case 51332, Timothy Scholen. We are here, I believe, for an add-on to the docket. We are currently set for trial to the court on August the 20th. It's my understanding that there is an issue that Mr. Oldham wants to bring to the court's attention. Go ahead, Mr. Oldham.
Your Honor, I do have concerns about the ability to proceed with trial with a full and complete understanding of the system and what's going on.
Okay. Before we step any further, get ready. And this is his defense attorney telling him he has to bring these issues to the court's attention. I have no idea, even after watching this, what in the heck is going on here. I get confused the entire way through, but his defense attorney is telling him to say this stuff to the judge. The judge stops. Anyway, here we go.
With the charges, at least in the Edgewater cases, case, I guess would be more accurately stated. So I asked that Mr. Scholen be brought down so that we can address that. And also, I have another issue of mine with relate to the next appearance date. But initially, I would like Mr. Scholen to be able to express to the court what his concerns are with some things that he thinks occurred in his case that he wanted me to know about it, and he did tell me about it, but he may want to tell you about it.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Scholen.
Well, there was something that happened before I got arrested, and that night that I got arrested, and I was sleeping on the grass right between Target and, what is that, King Supers? Then they kicked me. What if I was dead? Because I was sleeping. What if I was dead? I get arrested for not giving my ID. What? Sleeping is not a crime, so why did I get arrested for not showing an ID? And first of all, they didn't have no right to go to freaking Target because Target didn't even call in. I guarantee you they didn't even call in. Somebody else called in. I promise you that. I don't need to
Just
lie.
one moment, Mr. Scholen. Mr. Oldham, are you okay with Mr. Scholen making these statements?
Yes, I think it's important that you hear what his concerns are and why he has those concerns.
This is
Okay, I
important.
just want to make sure. Okay, go
You
ahead,
know,
Mr.
then I get
Scholen.
arrested after he kicks me. He's lucky that I didn't kick his ass. You know what I mean? I was sleeping. What if I was injured, right? What if I was dead, right? But it's okay for him to kick me and get away with it. But yet, if I would have done the same thing to him, I would have gotten arrested and thrown in prison for nothing. Come on.
You mentioned that there was something that happened the night before.
Yeah.
Would you mind telling the judge about that?
Yeah. They have it on. That's why I asked them to get the police officers. I think there was 7 of them there that arrested me, all their emails. And I tried to get their emails when I was, I mailed it, I think on Monday, for a request of their emails and their videos.
Where did that happen?
That happened at the lake. I don't know what it's called. That night before it happened at the lake that's right across from the Target and that, what is that, King Supers?
And what happened at that time?
They gave me Xanax and a couple people tried to drown me. And the police officers that were there that arrested me the next day, they didn't do anything about it.
Was it the same police officers?
I don't know. I was high on Xanax and meth, so I don't know. I'll admit it. I was high on dope and some freaking, they gave me Xanax.
Who gave you that?
I don't know their names, but a couple of them work up there in Larimer County jail.
Police officers?
No, in the jail. But a couple of them worked at the Edgewater. I think that's where I got arrested in, Edgewater.
So the night before you had this episode.
It wasn't an episode. It was, they gave me Xanax. An episode is something that on freaking dope. Come on now. You shouldn't be messing with somebody that was drunk and freaking on dope. Come on. Give me an episode. Come on. I ain't no kid.
The night before you
Mr.
were
Oldham, is there
arrested.
anything else you wanted me to know?
I ain't no kid. Come on now. If I'm gonna get high on dope, I'll get high on dope.
You are, I probably not. I
Okay.
guess I'm concerned, what I am concerned about is, Judge, that he understands that you don't have anything in front of you that says that Edgewater police officers were involved with the episode on the Denver side of Sheridan Boulevard the night before he fell asleep on the grass.
The lawyer wanted him to bring this to the judge's attention. Everything that he just said, the lawyer thought it was very important that this man tell this to this judge. Please, someone. This isn't a bad lawyer. He works hard day in and day out for these people. And I've seen him with some woozies. But why did he have that man say all of that to that judge? I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm really trying hard. Hi, Patty.
But that's why I asked for the emails for the night or the week before I got arrested and the 2 weeks after I got arrested, then because they sent it to their emails. Come on now. You don't think I talk to people? Come on now. People talk.
I'm
Might
just
not
looking
be
at.
from here, but I got
report.
friends here.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Judge.
Oh, I was just saying, I was just looking at the police report again. Robert, are there any other holds on Mr. Scholen? I don't believe there are.
I'm looking at his Vine, the Vine report,
Yeah,
and I'm not seeing any.
okay.
Your Honor, I can tell you, he believes that he has a probation violation warrant out of Fort Collins.
Okay. Did you want to
You're the
address bond
defense
and all, Mr.
attorney.
Oldham?
I think I would be remiss if I didn't, Your Honor. So yes, I might as well address bond. Mr. Scholen would like to get out of jail, of course,
I
as soon as
guess.
he can. And
Give him a
if,
bond.
if he's accurate, he won't get out of jail until he gets up to Fort Collins. But I guess if you don't have any record of Fort Collins having a hold on him, then
They charge me for business class internet at this house. This should not be happening. I'm writing a letter. And no.
So
No.
what the court is concerned about is that there are, I have not been aware of any other holds. Mr. Scholen has been in custody since June the 17th. So at this point, it's been about 60 days, which I believe is a significant amount of time spent in custody pre kind of disposition of his case. In addition to that, with the concerns being brought to the court's attention of Mr. Scholen's competency, and no way to really deal with that in municipal court while he is in custody, because competency has been raised and Mr. Scholen has been in custody, from my calculations, about 60 days. The court is going to grant a $200 PR bond at this time.
Your Honor, then that will be on the Edgewater case exclusively, correct?
That is correct. We are currently set for trial. Mr. Oldham, you said that there was something that you wanted to bring to the court's attention regarding your schedule?
Next Tuesday, Your Honor, I have a court appearance in Larimer County in a district court case that's pretty serious, allegations of weapon use and things like that. And so that's when I believe that our trial will, on August 20th, I just have a court appearance. The trial will start on the 27th, but I do have to appear in person in the court in Fort Collins with two defendants that are charged
Aren't
with
we all?
serious felonies on the 20th of August. And that's when we had this case scheduled for trial.
Okay. Do you want to vacate the trial and set it maybe for a pretrial conference?
I think that would be fine.
Listen, can we just stop calling Mike O Mike? Because every time someone calls Mike O Mike, I get really confused. I get it.
So vacating August 20th. Robert, should we set for September 3rd?
So we also have another defendant coming in on the 20th. But I did receive a message from uh, our Assistant City Attorney, Suzanne Rogers, that
Hi,
she has
Mike.
no objection to continuance of Mr. Scholen's trial with the waiver of speedy. She
Okay.
just texted me. She's on our YouTube link, I think, viewing
You understand
rather
the
than
speedy
in
trial.
our WebEx.
The way you're speaking.
So we do have another case, and maybe
Linus
I
approves.
know of at least one that Mr. Oldham's scheduled to appear on Tuesday, August 20th.
Okay, are you saying that we may need to reschedule that one as well? I mean, we could talk about that off the record so that we
Okay.
can finish up here. But Mr. Scholen, as a condition of the PR bond, I am ordering that there be a no trespass order to the Edgewater Marketplace, which is 17th and Sheridan to 20th and Sheridan. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
And we did,
All
I
right,
did hear
so-
the issue brought up. I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, I just want to make sure that we have our next court date for Mr. Scholen to appear.
That's what I do.
did what?
Mr. Oldham also out on September 3rd.
I'm sorry, say that again, Robert?
Mr. Oldham had previously notified us that he would be out on September 3rd.
Okay,
Travel.
September 17th.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna keep Mr. Oldham appointed on this case. I have information to believe that Mr. Scholen is indigent, so I'm gonna continue the appointment of Mr. Oldham, even though Mr. Scholen will be released. And then we'll come back September 17th, 10 or 10:30, Robert?
probably 10:30.
10:30. So, Mr. Scholen, do you understand that you are ordered to appear back in Edgewater Municipal Court September 17th at 10:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you fail to appear on that date, another warrant could be issued for your arrest. So please make sure that you appear on that day. It's a mandatory appearance.
To the extent that the speedy trial rule may be applicable here, of course, the continuance
That sounds fascinating, Todd. That sounds like a great conference.
would extend that speedy trial, but I just briefly talked with Mr. Scholen about speedy trial. He says he does understand what his speedy trial rights are, and he told me that he was willing to waive that. But I think that
Okay.
that should be a conversation that you have with him also. You are.
All right, so Mr. Scholen, you are currently set for court trial next week. Because we are looking at vacating the trial, that doesn't mean that you can't still have a trial, but we're vacating that trial date.
Only better.
Mr. Oldham is not able to be present, and we are proceeding with a pre-trial conference. So since you have entered a not guilty plea, and if you are waiving speedy trial today, then the prosecutor would have 91 days from today's date, rather than the date that you first pled not guilty, to bring your case to trial if you decide that you still want to proceed to trial. Do you understand that?
Correct.
Okay, so you still have your right to a trial.
Did you ever see this courtroom? It's like the judge's bench is the whole length of the courtroom, a U, and there's like 12 chairs behind it. So it looks like a justice's, Supreme Court courtroom. And so there's the judge sitting up there with all these chairs. And then way down below is this little podium, and people with like traffic tickets or, dog not vaccinated tickets will walk up to this podium and stare up at the judge. Be like, yeah, I was going 5 over and a 30. It's comical. I think so.
It's just that it's waived for another 91 days from today's date. All right,
Yes, ma'am.
so we're setting for a pretrial conference with the waiver of speedy trial. We'll see you September 17th at 10:30. Again, that PR
Yes, ma'am.
bond is conditioned upon a no trespass order to the Edgewater Marketplace. And that concludes Mr. Scholen's case unless there is anything further, Mr. Oldham.
I don't have anything further to add, Your Honor.
All right.
Anything you want to say?
No. Thank you.
Move. There's where the people come and stand. And she's like way over here. There's all these chairs. It looks to me like, I don't know, an insurance building, and in the CIO sits there, and this is where, they have their conferences or whatever. Or you're in front of the Supreme Court. I'm just popping it forward a little. See how little he is? Standing in front of that judge. She's up there all alone. I don't even know how she hears him. That's why I guess there's that microphone. That's probably why. It's crazy. That courtroom is crazy. But you know what? I mean, since it's here and we're here and you're here and I'm here, we might as well just listen to what he's saying.
Phone bill, and that's paid by Vivint Health. And I can provide emails to that. I have to send it in every month, and they pay that every month for me. And other than that, I get food stamps.
Okay.
So I pretty much take care of myself off that. I was getting A&D, yet the A&D was discontinued because I started receiving, I'll get my disability at the end of this month. It's only going to be like a half of one because they had to pay some other stuff like back payments. It was $500 and some dollars. So that's pretty much where I stand with that. So I won't get a full disability payment until I think I said September 25th. On there, it's it's the fourth Wednesday of the month. They do that now instead of
Okay.
the first or the third, which is smart. People can get their rent paid on time.
Thank you for that information, Mr. Bankston. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm under oath and under penalty of perjury that the information you provided in this document is true and complete?
I do.
Okay, thank you so much. Based upon the income eligibility guidelines, I am finding that you qualify for representation by the public defender. So I'm going to grant your application for court-appointed counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Oldham, who is our attorney, is next in court on August 20th. Can you make it back August 20th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we're going to set you for August 20th at 10:30. And you will meet with Mr. Oldham at that time, and you all can discuss how you wish to move forward and if you still want to set your case for trial. We'll set it for trial at that time.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so you'll just get a setting slip, which you'll get
I mean, we had zero chance. I have to go through a lot of cases to get a good one. There was zero chance that I would just accidentally open it up to a funny case, but it could have happened, right? We're glad we tried. We tried and failed, but we would have failed if we never tried. Sorry. All right. Now we're going to Cha. We're going to watch some court cases with Cha. Let's start here.
For Greyville,
Who doesn't like beer?
good morning.
Good morning.
Let me pull up the warrant here. Did you understand your rights in that video?
Yes, I did.
You understand the penalties associated with misdemeanors and contempt of court?
Yes, sir.
Did you have sufficient time to speak with your lawyer this morning?
I did.
We're on record in 17. We're going in the way back a bit here. 17 TR 14257. In this case, it alleges as follows. Back on 10/25 of 23, Judge Draculich ordered you to report to the clerk's office and pay $900 in fines or fees, set up a payment plan on that if necessary. Allegedly, you were released from jail on that date of October 25th of 2023. However, you failed to report to the clerk's office to set up payments on that fine. Do you wish to admit or
I'm
deny?
almost a master.
I'll accept your admission and I will find you in contempt for that. Mr. Puentes?
Your Honor, I have a couple of alternative
Okay,
proposals. This is a 2017 case, so
yeah,
hopefully we get some type of closure. The problem is she still owes in the neighborhood of $900 and just doesn't have it. She lost her job. She became homeless. She does have a job lined up, but that's not going to start for another 2 weeks.
okay,
She could make a $50 good faith payment upon release. That of course is going to prolong the case. And then I thought about, well, maybe we could do a little bit of jail time, but she has her sons on Thursdays. So she's supposed to have custody as soon as she gets out. Given how old the case is, I don't know.
Okay, so Judge Hazlet Stevens is the one we're watching right now. Then there's Shelley, and she's very stern. But she's pretty good. She's very stern. Then there's the regal judge, Jenny. And we don't see her that much, but we do see her as an attorney every once in a while. But she's very regal. She's very regal. And she's even been sworn at and all this stuff, and she just lets it roll off of her, and she's regal. And then there's Judge Draculich. So laid back, and he makes jokes all through every stream. Every docket he has, he makes jokes. And everybody's young lady, young man. Young lady, young man. Young lady, why are you up here? Young lady, all right, I'll give you a PR bond. Go take care of this, okay? And I mean, it's fun to watch his docket. Even when it's boring, he makes it funny with stupid jokes, like really bad jokes. Like, this guy stole a bicycle and he would say, "Oh, so is he now a spokesman? Spoke bicycle wheel." These are his jokes that he makes. So, but he's so funny to watch. I just love watching him. Now, this guy, I think, Judge Hazlet Stevens, I think is like the chief judge. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know this. This is just what I think about how, because a lot of these guys pass their cases on to Judge Stevens, or they say, we're going to see what Judge Hazlet Stevens has to say about this. Now, that just could be because he has the case to begin with. Maybe. I don't know. But listen, I get cussed out all of the time. I'm working today as a server and someone spills a drink at table 13. So I usually just get rags and clean it up, but no. They ran to the bar, grabbed a full stack of my napkins that I have to stock, and spread them all out all over this spill before I could get to them. So I get to them and I grab, all these freaking wet, sopping beer napkins, and I'm carrying this wad through the tables to the trash can. And I go by a table, and this woman, and it was all night long she was doing this. This woman was like, woo, 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 woo. Really, that's the sound she made. That is what she said to me to get my attention. So I'm looking at her, and I felt like just like dropping the stuff on the table in front of her and say, yes, what can I get for you? No, I kept going. I threw it away. I went back to her. It was a party of 10. And she says, they want to order some drinks. Fine. I asked them, what can I get you? They said, oh, we're not ready yet. They don't want anything. So I'm like, okay. I walk away. I come back, in a bit. Are you guys ready to order? She's no. I try to come back. As soon as I get close to her, she's like, hello, come over. So I go over. So you guys are ready to order, right? Almost everybody at the table says yes right away. And she says, yeah, no, I'm not ready yet. know her. I get cursed at all day long, and then I curse at them all day long too. But they deserve it. So back to work. Back to Judge Hazlitt Stevens.
How much the court's willing to bend for her. If you count yesterday and today, and if it's $150 a shot, that's 300. That takes us down to 600. So we're just trying to get her out. Unfortunately, I wish she could write a check. She can't.
I understand.
She could do community service if you're willing to try that angle with her.
All right. Yeah, I note that this is an old case. We're back in 2017, and I also note that looks like the last action on the case was in 2023, 17, 18, 19, 20, 6 years after the case initiated. It's an interesting question about how long jurisdiction lasts to issue warrants on cases for a court's contempt power. I just know I don't know the answer to that question, by the way. I just kind of posed the question. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I was certainly hoping to close it up with 6 days in custody, but I understand the barriers or the hurdles that we're under. Ms. Greyville, anything you want to say before I decide what to do in this case?
I would like to see if I could get a warrant, and I will be back here on Monday with the $50 payment. I could even try to get one today if I get out here soon enough.
Donald, first off, she needs $50 real quick. Second off, you snap and whistle for your waitresses, don't you? You wave, you give them a wave. Like they're never gonna come to you unless you tell them to come to you. You do that, don't you, Donald? Hey. And then you make a joke about it. And then force her to laugh at your joke. Ha ha. No, Donald would never do that. Never.
If I'll try to get 100 if I could do that. I'll do my best to get something into you between 50 and 100 by Monday.
Seriously though,
I mean,
Donald.
yeah,
She needs
you know
50
what?
bucks.
But
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I know that's nothing opposed to the $900 that's over my
No,
head.
I don't mind that. I mean, it takes a while to pay. It's just that why haven't you paid since 2017? Like, that's
Honestly,
the question.
I know, and I ended up going to California, and I honestly kind of spaced it until I came up here, and then they arrested me, and I said, oh, I didn't realize that I had that still go. I mean, obviously I knew I had it, but I spaced it out. I
Tokyo,
forgot that I went to
thank
California,
you,
started
thank
working,
you.
and it didn't dawn on me until I moved back up here, and they
Do
arrested
you have a driver's license now?
me. No, I don't.
You're not giving me anything to.
I know. I haven't done anything. I've been stuck. I've just been really stuck since
Wouldn't you rather just do 6 days in jail and get it over with, and you don't have to come out and pay fines?
I
6
would have.
days served, and you have 4 more left.
I just have so much. I need to start work, and I need to get prepared, and I have no place to stay right now.
Okay, did you hear what she said, guys? Okay, this is just like our conversations in Judge Fleischer's courtroom. She owes $900. She has owed $900 since 2017. Well, the crime was in 2017. In 2023, Judge Draculich set, the costs at $900, and she was supposed to go right away and make a payment plan, but instead she moved away. She never paid anything. This case is 7 years old, almost 8 years old. And the judge is saying to him, look, if she doesn't have a job, she doesn't have a place to live right now. She does not have those things. She's saying she can't do 4 more days in jail because she has to find a job and a place to live. The judge is saying, you just stay here for 4 more days and everything will be done. I will close this case. You won't owe a dime. Everything will be done. And she's like, no, I don't think so. I would abso-freaking-lutely stay in jail. I would definitely stay for 4 more days. I mean, I don't know if she has kids. I can't remember if she said anything about kids or anything, but I don't know. Would you guys stay in jail, or would you guys, if you didn't have a place to live, I bet that would be very important to go find a place to live, but I would stay in jail.
Right now, so I'm trying to get that under wraps right now because I really need a place to live in order to see my kid, and I I was hoping that I could put this off a little longer, but it didn't. work
Yeah,
out.
well, you put it off for
I know,
almost a decade, coming up on a decade.
I know.
6 days Washoe County Jail credit time served. I just can't take another chance on you. 6 days Washoe County Jail. Your case is going to be closed and you're not going to owe any fines. Fines are converted to 6 days. Amber Hayes.
He's made the decision for her. He asked her what she wanted to do to be nice. She made the wrong decision. I would eat the food. I would definitely eat the food. I absolutely would be like, let's go. I want to taste it. I want to see what's going on here. But only 4 days. She's already been in there 2 days. She's already done 2 days. We're going to stick with this theme, though, guys, because child watch this whole docket alone. We're going to go to a nicer one.
Morning, Your
Good
Honor.
morning, Ms. Mitchell. Associated with misdemeanors?
I think so.
Okay, if you have any questions along the way, I want you to ask me, and I want you to, and I want to know if you've had sufficient time to speak with your lawyer this morning, Mr. Puentes.
Okay.
Did you have enough time to speak with Mr. Puentes, your lawyer?
I think so. I think he said if I pleaded no contest that they'd be able to let me out by today.
All right, well, we'll certainly discuss that, but it sounds like your plan moving forward is to plead no contest. But let's go through each case and you tell me how you want to handle the case, okay?
Okay.
We're going to be on record first in 24 CR 01084. You were charged with trespassing in this case. You were also charged with use or possession of drug paraphernalia. These charges were alleged to have occurred on January 30th of this year in the area of
You're
3065 South Virginia Street,
I
number
didn't think about
17.
that.
Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
It also alleges you failed to appear to court to answer to those charges. That failure to appear alleged to have occurred on February 28th of this year. First, do you wish to admit or deny failing to appear at court on February 28th?
There's a lot of old faces coming back into chat today. And hi, guys, we missed you.
Answer to these charges.
I admit.
I accept your admission and I will find you in contempt for failing to appear. How do you wish to plead to trespassing?
No contest.
Do you understand that by pleading no contest to this or any other charge this morning, that you'll be waiving your constitutional trial rights? There will be no trial in this matter and we'll proceed directly to sentencing?
I guess.
Well, that's not sufficient enough. I need to know you have an understanding that by entering your plea of no contest, do you understand there will be no trial in this matter?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And do you understand you'll be waiving those constitutional trial rights you heard on that video?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea of no contest to that. How do you wish to plead to use or possession of drug paraphernalia?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest and find you guilty on that charge. City, would you like me to canvass on the camping charge?
Based on her pleas, the city would move to dismiss the camping charge, Your Honor.
Granted, that charge is dismissed, so we're only handling this case. Would the city like input on sentencing?
Yeah, Your Honor, on the admission to failure to appear, the city would ask for the credit that she's been in custody for the last few days. And then on the other two charges, would ask for a 30-day suspended sentence.
I didn't think about that.
Concurrent on each charge on the trespass and paraphernalia.
Okay, and do you know what the property is? I don't know what it is.
Your Honor, it's the Virginia Motel.
Thank you, thank you. And she does not reside there, Mr. Puentes?
No.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Alton. Mr. Puentes?
Your Honor, she was not booked on the camping charge. It's just this charge. It was trespassing at the moment.
I figure out what the problem is, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'm on wireless right now because my son stole my Ethernet cord, but it's right there. So just talk amongst yourselves for a second while I put my freaking computer back together, and I won't kill him. I won't kill him. I'm just gonna put my cord in and breathe a little bit. Well, that lost my camera, but
We're asking you to consider
there we
time served
go.
on everything. She came in on the 12th.
All right, thank you. Ms. Mitchell, anything you wish to say before I sentence you? You're not required to say anything, but you're welcome to.
Thank you. I would like to fix everything, whatever I have going on. So, if you can help me out, I just
Let
want to
me-
get out and I want to do what's best.
All right, let me ask you a couple of questions while I have you in front of me, okay? I know now from your attorney that you have a place to stay, is that right?
That's right.
Who's that with? Is it a friend, family member?
Yes, that's a friend.
Okay. And do you have Medicaid already set up?
I do.
SNAP benefits?
Yes, sir.
Do you have your ID, social security card, things of that nature?
That I'm still kind of working on.
How you
Somebody
work-
stole my bag.
I'm sorry, say again, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Somebody has stole my bag, so I'm kind of still working on that.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you're kind of living by the river or camping is they'll steal your stuff, unfortunately, and that's a real bummer. The reason I'm asking these questions, I'm sure I preside over community court, which operates out of the downtown Reno Library, where we help people who are otherwise homeless or unsheltered or couch surfing, get all their necessary documents, stuff together, any mental health or substance use, we have those options as well. And we can kind of put your feet back under you, so to speak, and help you get
Maybe we need another Discord channel called Show Me Your Poop Shelf.
those things together. If that's something you want, I'm willing to transfer this case to community court, have you report there on Wednesday morning. If you want me to just tie this case up, I'll do that this morning.
I'm interested in any help.
Good. I think help would be really important to you, and I think we can help you, frankly. How old are you?
30.
Yeah, I think it's time to get some help, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do, Miss Mitchell. You know where the downtown Reno Library is, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm gonna have you report to the Reno Downtown Library next Wednesday. That's August 21st at 9:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And then we're gonna be there. We operate down on the first floor of the library, the basement floor. And we have a whole bunch of service providers that you can connect with and get services, all right?
Okay.
I'm gonna release you on your own recognizance on this case, but make sure, please follow through and show up Wednesday morning. I don't want to have to issue a bench warrant because you didn't show up Wednesday morning at the library, okay?
I promise.
I appreciate that. The other thing, no alcohol or drugs while you're out of custody.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you Wednesday morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
This one.
You did not. Did you really? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Your Honor, how are you? We are not talking about We are not talking about Dutch anything. Letus, you got me in trouble with the judge. We're hanging out in Reno for a little bit. And then we're going to go to, I don't know, Harris County, Texas. But nope, first we got to see a few more from Reno. The end is really good in Reno. So where are we going next? We're going to
Amber Hayes.
Amber Hayes. Judge, we really appreciate you coming in to say hello. It means a lot to us. I know it's early, but like we stream until like 7 a.m. You could just pop in at 6. Nobody would know. Not one person would know. I missed one of your dockets this week because I had to work, but then I played it later that night, so we were all good. I just wasn't able to mod, but Linus did great. Maybe Fozzie did great. Did he even show up that day, guys, or was he sleeping? No, Fozzie works hard, guys. Fozzie works hard. We don't really, I mean, we have to delete a few messages off of your chat, Judge, but it's really not that bad. We don't have anybody that's really that bad. They just go a little too far, not a lot too far. So we just remove the message and then we're good. I think other than that, everybody loves to chat and they're very, very, very appreciative that you let them chat because not all judges do that. And I think they're well behaved. Yeah, I'm pinning the whole subject matter that we were just talking about on you, Linus. Maybe Judge Fleischer already knows what a Dutch toilet is. It's literally a Dutch toilet. It's not a euphemism. The Dutch just have special toilets. And we are diverse and inclusive here. No, but Judge, yeah, lots of people don't come in until the end, and that's because it's you at the end. Like these court cases right here, we got like 75 people in chat. But once these are done, and then I move to your docket, that's when everybody comes on to see. All right. Here we go. We're gonna go to this girl. Guy, who are we on?
Morning, Your Honor.
Thank
Good morning, Ms. Hayes. Ms. Hayes, were you in the courtroom when the video containing your rights was played?
Yes, sir.
You understand the rights and the penalties associated with misdemeanors?
Yes, sir.
Did you have sufficient time to speak with your lawyer?
Yes, sir.
We're on record in 19 TR 18233. In this case, warrant did issue for failing to pay fines and fees in the amount of 631 that were due on or before November 9th of 2020. Do you wish to admit or deny?
Admit.
I accept your admission. I will find you in contempt. Mr. Puentes?
Similar case, Judge, owes a little less and the case is a little newer. If you were to give her credit for a couple of days, that would take the balance down to about 300. And I think she can pay that within the week. She is working. We're a little worried that she'll lose her job if she remains in custody. But I think this is one where she's able to make things right.
I'll do it.
So it's this exact same thing that happened with the last lady. The last lady had costs and fines equal $900 without paying anything. I don't know how much. I think she has like $400 in costs and fines. She hasn't paid anything, but it kept the last lady in jail because she was homeless. She had no job. So her case was already 7 years old, and he didn't want to hang around forever. She was never going to solve it on her own. Well, this lady, she has a home, she has a job, she has the ability to close this case on her own. The judge closed that other case in the only way he had available to him. She can do it herself, so that's why she gets the good one, and the other one gets the bad one.
Do it. Ms. Hayes, that's what I want to do. I hate keeping people on custody on silly traffic charges. It's the worst. So let's get this done. Can you do it?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in? 2 days?
Go to bed, Judge. We don't want a sleepy judge today. Bye. Bye, Judge.
Since midnight yesterday. So, a little over a day.
You're giving me, 2 days, Mr. Puentes?
I see it August 13th, the rest, Your Honor.
August 13th, so that's,
3 days.
3 days. Thank you. All right, I'll give you credit for time served on the warrant. And I'll give you 3 days against your fine of $631. 150 times 3 equals 450. Off of that 631. Meaning you owe $181 left. How soon do you think you can owe that, pay that 181 that's left?
As soon as I'm released.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can pay by, end of close of business Monday?
Yes, sir.
That'll be the order. I'll release you with 3 days credit against that fine, leaving 181 balance, and please pay that on or before Monday, which is August 19th. Close of business. Okay.
Isn't it Tuesday?
Thank you for taking care of the case. Brian Johnson.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Let me pull up the what we got here on the warrant. Wrong document. All right, Mr. Johnson, did you understand your rights this morning?
Yes, sir.
Did you have sufficient time to speak with your lawyer this morning?
Yes, sir.
This case is a little bit different in that if I find you in violation of condition of suspended sentence, I could revoke either all or part of that suspended sentence and have you serve that time in custody. Do you understand that?
Yes, please do.
Okay, we'll get there. I've never had someone so eager to have that revoked, but let's see where we go. 23 CR 09925. In this case, since it alleges this, that on September 21st of 2023, Judge O'Neill sentenced you to 90 days Washoe County Jail, suspended that for 1 year on condition that you attend 26 weeks of domestic violence counseling. Allegedly on May 13th of 2023, the court received default notice from defendant's counselor stating you were lack of attendance for that 26 weeks of counseling. Do you wish to admit or deny that violation?
I'll admit, but it wasn't exactly those terms. I told them that I had the job I was working for went under business. They closed business. And in between the 3 weeks, they only gave me 3 weeks to get money back into them, or else they told me I couldn't show up anymore. So 3 weeks with no class, 3 weeks with no payment, no
I
class.
understand. Look, you're not the only one that
That's why
has said that to me. I've heard that so many times, and I get it. You don't have money to pay, and then they default you for lack of being able to pay and lack of it because you can't pay, you can't attend. I get the vicious cycle. You're in a catch-22. Mr. Puentes.
Your Honor, he's adamant. I told him you're reasonable and would probably work with him, and he wants to be done. It's 90 days. I think he would do 54, and I think he has over 30 credit already.
All right.
So he'd like to go that route.
All right. Mr. Johnson, is that true? You just want to close it up?
Yes, sir. I don't want to have to do any classes. Every time I get classes, something comes up. I end up back here doing the same stuff. So I'm here. Just leave me here.
Because it's domestic violence, I wish he would have had to do the classes, or I wish they would make him do the classes while incarcerated. I just wish, but I understand what he's saying. Like, he has to do the classes, but he can't afford the classes. So now he's in more trouble and probably has more court costs and things like that. So, yep. I think I would do the same thing he does, just like that other girl. I would do the 4 days, just like him. I would do the 34 days or whatever he has left. Because if I can't afford classes, I can't afford the classes. I mean, I guess I could, get a job, but no, we're not going to go that far.
Let's do it.
10-4.
I'm going to, based on the violation which I have accepted and find you in violation, I'm going to revoke the 90-day suspended sentence, have you serve that 90 days in custody. I will give you credit for previous time served and credit for current time served.
Do you know how much
closed, all conditions waived. Thank you.
Do we know how many days credit there is?
Joylyn Lynch, we have many cases. 1, 2, 3.
And Judge,
4. Yes, please. 5, 6.
She's booked under apparently Jolen, last name CRU TTHE. and
Oh.
She's an end of docket.
She has two last names, so.
Thank you.
Lynch and Crutcher.
This is going to be our end of docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. I didn't know where to find that case. Thank you. Mr. McCann, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right, we're going to be on record in CR 10296. Mr. McCann entered a no contest plea to simple battery on August 13th. And we set the matter over for sentencing in order to allow the city attorney's office to contact the victim in this case, see if the victim wishes to participate. Mr. Altum, is the city ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor, we reached out to the victim immediately on August 13th, a couple days ago. That morning, he has not responded to our office yet.
All right, go ahead and make any recommendations you wish.
Your Honor, if I started reading the defendant's criminal history, we'd be here for a long time. It's a mix of pretty much all types of crimes. We have drugs, violence, theft, obstructing, resisting, other types of crimes. It goes on forever. This case is pretty violent as well, and just
Yeah, this guy's a jerk. I think I would like the food. I really do think I would take a few bites and say, oh man, this is really good. I do think that I would like it.
disturbing. The allegation is he bit the victim on the leg or something at a bus stop. He was huffing something from a spray can, and then proceeded to punch the victim to the point that he had a laceration on his forehead. Based on his criminal history, he ranks 13 high with misdemeanor felony convictions, violence, all of that. I don't see any other reasonable recommendation except for 180 days in jail up front.
All right, thank you. Just 1 second, please. Mr. Puentes?
Your Honor, it's an odd case on paper. My client's adamant that he was kind of passed out and awoke to someone hitting him, and then they tangled and he got the best of the other guy. I told him that he pled to simple battery, and if he had any type of self-defense, he probably shouldn't have pled. He does have a parole hold, and
Aim
I think
higher,
this is going
girl.
to result in at
Aim
least
higher.
a partial revocation. So his immediate future is going to be in prison. For those reasons, we're asking the court to consider time served.
All right, thank you. Mr. McCann, anything you wish
Just take the from out of that sentence.
to say, sir?
I want to apologize for my actions that day. I didn't mean to hit anybody. I didn't mean to hurt anybody.
Okay, Jan.
I apologize to the victim and apologize to whoever I hurt that day.
Yeah, it's extreme, for sure, for sure. And I think part of it is that you were I was like crying and bleeding.
I know I didn't hit him more than one time. I remember he squared up with me. I squared up with him. He swung. I connected. You know what I mean? And then he was just like, oh, and he did that. And I was just like, all right, that's enough. And I remember him sitting down, and then I went across the street and sat under the tree. I didn't hit him more than once.
Your Honor, the victim's 55 years old, 5'6".
So listen, your criminal history is deplorable, and you know what? That follows you, it tracks you for the rest of your life. And so that's what you're dealing with. You're also on a parole hold, and regardless of what I do, you're going to probably be violated given it's now a crime of violence. So I'm going to do the only appropriate thing and sentence you to 180 days Washoe County Jail. I will give you credit for time served. No alternative sentencing, no suspended sentence. Case is closed. I do wish you the best of luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Mandy Stolte, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Stolte, were you in the courtroom when the video containing your rights was played?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand the rights in that video?
Yes,
Did you understand the maximum penalty associated with misdemeanor crimes?
yes, Your Honor.
Did you have sufficient time to speak with your lawyer this morning, Mr. Puentes?
I did.
Okay. Just 1 second, please. All right, I'm going to start
Isn't it
with
Tim Alton?
24 CR 05602. In this case, a warrant did issue on June 17th of 2024.
Amen, sister.
I sentenced you to 180 days in the Washoe County Jail, suspended that for up to 2 years. This was on that domestic battery second offense charge. You were ordered to serve 10 days in the Washoe County Jail interimly, as we both agreed upon. On August 12th of 2024, the writer of this warrant received a call from defendant who advised she couldn't make her self-surrender days,
He
having
can
a
move.
medical procedure and that needed to be performed. On August 14th, the court received information from the Washoe County Jail. The defendant failed to turn herself in and was arrested on new charges. My first question is, do you wish to admit or deny not completing that 10 days in the Washoe County Jail as agreed upon?
I admit.
I accept your admission and I will find you in contempt for that. And for the record, there's been past issues with regard
No
to Ms.
bull
Doty,
cuts.
with regard to other warrants who have issued with regard to drinking alcohol while under that no alcohol or drugs clause. That's just for a little bit later. Let's talk about the new case, Ms. Doty. We're going to be on record next in 24 CR 10374. In this case, you were arrested for the crime of violation of an extended protection order. This was alleged to have occurred on August 13th of this year in the area of 355 Broadway Boulevard, alleged to have violated the protection order in favor of Mr. Aubert. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you wish to plead to that charge?
Not guilty.
I accept your not guilty plea on that charge. I have reviewed the matter for probable cause. I do find that probable cause does exist to support your custody status on that charge, as well as the charge itself. I've also reviewed the matter for for legal defender, and I will appoint counsel to represent you in this case. Let's get you a trial date, and then we're going to go over your custody status, and we're also going to handle that warrant in this case. In the other case, sorry.
Or is it not guilty on the warrant?
You can, well, it's up to you. Do you want to plead not guilty to the warrant and deny that you didn't serve the jail time as ordered?
Now I'm confused on what me and Mr. Fuentes.
All right, I'm going to give you time to talk to him. Let's get you a trial date first.
I'm sorry. I
It's okay.
I have September 19th at 1 p.m.
All right, September 19th at 1 o'clock is your trial date on your EPO violation. I'm going to give you time to speak with Mr. Puentes about how to proceed on that warrant matter.
Your Honor.
Please.
So now I'm confused, Judge. The jail booking says that she was booked on July 16th, but I thought she got booked like last night or the day before.
She did on 8/13, yeah.
Okay, so the internet's wrong. Okay, so I'm back to being clear-headed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says booking date July 16th, and it's today's website information. So,
And I think that might be because she's on various times since the imposition of the suspended sentence has started to serve that jail time. But because that jail time has not been completed, that 10 days, the initial start of that.
I think the last time I was in the center like this, Fozzy's reaction was, dang it, Kathy, move. And I don't even know why.
Jail time would be July 16th, but she hasn't completed that 10 days. Deputy, do you have information on that?
Your Honor, that July 16th date is one of the times she was booked in on the
Welcome
weekend.
back, Fozzy.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, but
Good
typically
timing.
when I put someone's name in and it pulls up their current mugshot and this and that, the
Yep.
booking date that shows is, in this case, should be from a couple of days ago.
The current, exactly. And we've all been somewhat confused about
Okay.
that. And I think it's in part because of the interim weekends
Got
or
it.
days she's been
Okay.
required to serve.
Okay.
Do you want to give her,
So-
go ahead, please.
Part of her confusion is, evidently she had told Marshall Varela, I'm not going to be able to make it. So of course he started the warrant process, but she did make it, albeit via a new charge and getting a ride by the cops.
Don't break airplanes.
So it was almost like an attempt And that's why she's having a hard time admitting that. It's like, well, I'm here. I turned myself in. The authorities turned me in. So we would ask you to, we're asking you to dismiss that warrant, given the fact that she made it to jail, maybe not voluntarily.
So, yeah, I mean, what she's asking for is reasonable. She was supposed to come to jail on a specific date, but she got picked up on a warrant and for a different charge, and they brought her into jail. So she really did make it to jail on that date. She had dates where she had to be in jail. You have to be in jail August 8th, August 9th, August 17th, August whatever. She was doing fine in July, and then August she just called and said, "Hey, I have to go get a medical thing done, so I can't come to jail." She didn't come to jail. So she got a warrant out for her arrest, but she still had these, like, she had this date and this date, this date and this date, and they're all different different offenses. Like, if she doesn't, it's not one offense for any of them. She missed this date, that's offense, this date, that's offense. She got a warrant out, they picked her up. So she was in jail when this one date came through. But they're saying, you know, they were saying at the beginning that she still did not appear. She did not surrender herself to the jail like she was supposed to. But she's saying, "But I was here. I'm here."
I see. Yeah, and you know what, the expectation, I guess the problem with that is that the expectation that Miss Doty and I had together at court is I gave her a lot of leeway, a lot of room on this case. And instead of just putting her in jail for 10 days right then and there, I worked with her, I converted it to weekend jail time, and I even worked with her with regard to can't do weekends because she works on the weekends, and I actually gave her other days off, and we continued to massage that on in hopes that she would actually perform her jail time, and then she didn't. And I don't think being brought in by the police on a new charge of violating an EPO is what was fashioned in that agreement by Mr.
Well, and if she's behind on the dates, then I totally understand. But if she was current and she had to be in jail by August 14th and she made it by the 14th, then I think it's essentially ripe.
I don't disagree with that. If she made it to jail by that time, and because she happened to go by police because of another
You haven't
crime,
even
I agree
tried.
with that. Do we have that reporting date? When she was required to report this most recent time?
And Your Honor, may I say something?
I wouldn't yet. But let's
checking
see.
the last order, Judge.
What's that?
I'm checking on the last order.
Yeah, and we've done a few of these orders, unfortunately, so let's look it up.
Here's the warrant says, let's see.
ESPN,
I know I
fantasy
got my
football.
dates confused because of my procedures.
Hold on a second, Stoll.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't talk right now. So.
Oh, sorry.
Tears. He's chewing on tears. Hi, Michael.
I guess that's what it comes down to. What was the self-surrender date? She thought she still satisfied it, but maybe she didn't.
Yeah, I guess.
So the last order I have was updated on May 22nd. And I have her surrender dates as July 9th, July 10th, July 23rd, July 24th, August 6th, August 7th, August 20th, 21st, September 3rd, and September 4th.
And Deputy, do you have any information with regard to whether she self-surrendered on August 6th, August 7th date?
Oh, please. So Your Honor, on this weekender check-in, I show she checked in July 16th and July 23rd.
And that's it?
That's it.
All right, thank you. All right, I do find you in violation, Ms. Stolte, of not following through with your required reporting self-surrender dates. as agreed upon by you and the court and as I ordered in that suspended sentence order. Mr. Puentes, would you like to be heard on kind of what we do with the case?
I'm confused.
Do you want time to speak with your your client, counsel?
No, Judge,
No,
no,
I don't
I'm
want to
just,
speak to her. No.
trying to figure out how to fix things.
Yeah.
We have, you bent over backwards, I recall this case on this increments, jail, weekend increments.
Yep.
To help her out. She got off to a good start, but then it's been shaky since then. Then she picked up this new charge that she's gonna plead not guilty on. And then she's got, several health issues going on with some pre-planned medical appointments that are important. So on this case, Your Honor, we're asking you, she'll admit that she didn't fully comply with the dates she was supposed to check in on. And she's appreciative that you gave her that opportunity, and she's hopeful that you will continue to give her that opportunity to work with her as far as the dates, the couple of days she has left. And if we can work around her medical appointments.
All
And
right.
then I don't know if we got to the new case yet.
We haven't. We're still
Okay.
we're still trudging through the old case at this point. We haven't received bail on that one yet, and that's because I guess we're not sure what's going to happen with this case. And by the way, the other warrants that have issued in this case, and I'll just go through them right now. That the one warrant was issued on July 9th of this year for testing positive on an OSM.
Jesse Spade was in Judge Fleister's court yesterday, or yes. Look, I got it right and I confused myself. Yesterday, Spade was there almost the whole time. I remember.
At a .362 BAC in violation of the no alcohol and drugs clause. And then let's see what the other warrant was back on June 11th. That was just a failure to appear for a OSC that was issued.
OSC.
And that was on, I think, her self-surrender that wasn't happening.
Out of
All
state
right,
custody.
so that's what we got. Mr.
Oh.
Altum, does the city wish to be heard or participate in any fashion in this particular case? We'll set aside the bail for now.
Yes, Your Honor, on the domestic battery second offense conviction case, looking through it, I understand we're trying to be human beings here and have some empathy and understand her situation. On the other hand, looking through the history of the case, it's not good. She's had numerous warrants in the case. It is a second offense domestic, which is serious. We have had contact with the victim, Michael, and I'm not sure how you say it, Ober or Ober. But Mr. Ober indicated that he doesn't feel safe and does wish that he did tell us that he wants the suspended sentence revoked. And looking at, the fact that it is a domestic battery second offense, she does have numerous violations. I think a reasonable conclusion is that she's no longer a good candidate for probation.
Right, thank you. Ms. Doty, anything you want to say with regard to how I act on the suspended sentence case, what action I take? You're not required to say anything at this point, but you're welcome to, and certainly don't talk about the facts of the new case. You're entitled to invoke your right to remain silent on that case.
No, I just I've been really, really sick and really like
Facts.
really sick. Going to the doctor, getting a list of all these procedures. I have like 4 procedures coming up that are pretty significant procedures. To be honest, I didn't lose track of my days and everything. I called, let Marshall Varela know that I wasn't going to be here. I got my dates mixed up. I'm not making an excuse, but I have been very, very ill. My white blood cells are elevated. My thyroid's off. I have 2 major procedures that cause me to go under anesthesia. So I mean, these aren't minor things that are going on. These are serious health issues. Yeah, I've made some mistakes. I have drank because of the stress of it. which is not something I should be doing to begin with because of my health issues. And I've talked with my therapist, who I've still been doing my classes. By the way, I have been doing a lot of my commitments still. Recommended that maybe I look into doing like a program or something instead of other things. I don't know about a program because I need to take care of my health first. And that's the number one thing I'm most concerned about,
All right.
because it's been causing some severe issues, and I'm afraid that it's cancer.
Okay. Mr. Alton, can we go to bail on 24 CR 10374, and then I'm going to make a global decision.
Yes, Your Honor. I see that there's a $5,000 bail recommended on that case. I think that's appropriate. It's the same victim. There's some question with our contact with Mr. Aubert. There's some question on whether or not he let her in voluntarily or gave her permission to actually come in that residence or wherever this was. But they both, the allegations are that they were both drinking as well. Again, in that case, he does have an EPO that goes from looks like May 2024, just a few months ago, to next May 2025 that she is in violation of. So that's another indicator of lack of compliance, which is reflected in the prior case of domestic second offense. So the 5,000 is appropriate both to keep her away from Mr. Aubert and compliant with the court.
Thank you, Mr. Alton. Mr. Puentes, with regard to custody status, please.
Your Honor, she can't make the 5,000. This is a situation where these TPOs only work if both parties want them to work. And my reading of the case is she keeps going back to him, especially now that she has some health issues and he's the only person that she can depend on. Well, he happens to have a restraining order against her. He initially tries to keep the distance, but he caves, and then they end up together and they're drinking and they're arguing. We're hopeful that given the health concerns that you will consider releasing her on a known recognizance with a very short leash, so to speak.
So she committed domestic violence against this guy more than once. Maybe 350 times. 350 times. I don't know. And she keeps going back to him because that's all that she has. And he doesn't sound like he's able to take, like he doesn't sound like he's, he caves, he gives in. She says she wants to come over. He says, "Oh, okay, I guess. Come on over. Maybe it'll be okay this time." And then she beats him up again, and I don't know. Chaotic Good, thank you for the memberships. Thank you, thank you. Also, Misconduct, thank you for the super stickers. Super. It's in comments. You gave me supers and comments for the videos. I really appreciate it. I think I called you. Your name in YouTube is like one yes am. But that's you. That's Misconduct. I just found out today. I know you told me before and I'd forgotten. Misconduct, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Todd, making it green. Thank you so much. Green people are coming, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, here's what I'm going to do in this, in these matters. Ms. Doty, you've not been a good probationer. You've been less than a good probationer. Drinking while on probation in violation of the no alcohol and drugs clause. And I really wanted to work on that issue in particular, because I think that leads to everything else. And instead of moving forward in that regard, in a positive regard, and staying away from alcohol, you consumed at least on 2 different occasions in substantial amounts, found in violation of at least one time. You also didn't comport with your self-surrender obligations. And I bent over backwards for you to try to work with you, your job, so that you can maintain your job as a
I would
cabbie.
like to see that,
So
Judge.
that you can do anything so you can keep your job and actually pay for the classes that I ordered you to do too, that 52 weeks of counseling. But you didn't follow through there either. And then you get arrested on a new case. That's not a good probationer either. Therefore, I am revoking the suspended sentence in its entirety, having you serve that 180 days in the Washoe County Jail. All conditions are waived in that case, and you are no longer bound to any of those conditions. You are given credit for previous time served on each occasion that you served any time on this case, and credit for current time served. With regard to the new case, I believe that $5,000 is appropriate. And given the last case is a domestic battery second offense, and each of the batteries in that case were against Mr. Robert, I'm going to have that bail set at $5,000 cash only. The conditions are obey all laws, no alcohol, no drugs, enhanced supervision, and you will have no contact with Mr. Robert pending that case. That'll be the order. Thank you.
And I'm sorry, Judge, did you appoint a legal defender on the new case?
Legal defenders appointed, yes, sir.
Would we have that name yet?
Let's see.
Yes, trial date is September 19th at 1 o'clock, and that's with Carl Highland.
Ms. Stolt, reach out to Mr. Highland, so he can try to work something out. I know you were contemplating changing your plea on this case today. Reach out to him, and then he can reach out to the city attorney, okay?
Great, thank you.
I wish you luck, Ms. Stolte.
Please let us take that for you. Please, Michael. Michael, we got this. I promise you. My chat has got this. Vibers know the answer. We don't even know what PRIA stands for. And we got this. We will cruise you right on to at least a C. At minimum a C. With Kelly here, C plus, baby. C plus all the way. Come on. Give us a test. Lunch. Lunch sounds good right now. I need lunch so we can take this test for Michael. Michael, that's kind of scary though. What is that? Is that a gremlin or what? So is that a bunny? Someone tell me what's going on with Michael's icon. Something peeking out of the door. Oh, we can't take that test for you online because YouTube won't like it. YouTube will not like it. Michael, you ruined everything. I'm telling Victoria on you. Okay, guys, I think you're going to be disappointed, but then I'll make it better. Don't worry. Okay, let's just see. Here we go.
D. Summers.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, the reason why I didn't get the gummy guy is because he didn't do anything. But don't worry. Look, we have the power of internet here, and you guys want to see him? Fine. Look, there's Cha talking to herself this entire docket. That's why we're doing this, Cha. We're doing this for you. We're watching this docket with you so that you're not just alone. All right. Here's the gummy guy that I did not get.
Mr. Williams, good morning.
Morning.
Let me pull up the case. Just 1 second, please. Sir, were you in the courtroom when the video containing your rights was played?
Yes.
Did you understand the rights and the penalties associated with misdemeanors?
Yes, I do.
Did you have sufficient time to speak with your lawyer this morning, Mr. Puentes?
I was trying to, a couple of things I didn't understand them. But
Do you want-
this case, I vaguely remember, it was like 2000, I mean, it was a long time ago. And I remember I had 3 broken ribs. I remember that. And when I came to court, somebody was acting like a fool. But I was in their car with them when it all went down. And but I wasn't guilty of what they were doing.
Oh, okay. So do you need more time to speak with your lawyer, or do you want me to start canvassing you on the case? And if you need more time, I'll give you more time. How do you want to proceed?
Well, I guess, could I plead no contest on it? And
Yeah, I can get you there. Let's go on record on the case, okay?
otherwise, I'd speak more time with them or whatever. Like I said, I ain't guilty of doing anything but being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So do you want to speak with your lawyer before we handle this case, or do you want to handle this case first? You tell me.
Lawyer
May
does
I
not
speak
want
with
to
him
speak
first?
with him.
So,
Your
yeah.
Honor,
Yes, please.
before we do that, if I could ask Mr. Altum, in the event of a guilty or no contest plea, would the city be asking for time for a victim impact statement?
No.
Okay, okay. Sir, that kind of solves one of our puzzles. Remember I told you I thought the case might be continued to Monday or Tuesday. It sounds like that's not the case. So if you want to go back to your original plan and plead no contest, we can do that today and do sentencing today.
Okay, because yeah, I would like to get it over with as soon as possible. I
Okay.
got a lot of stuff in the works out there I'm doing right now.
Okay. So Judge, I think, all things considered, I think we can go forward with the no contest plea. I think I've had sufficient time with him if he's comfortable.
All right, thank you. Let's go ahead and do it, Mr. Williams. And if at any point you want some additional time to speak with Mr. Puentes, you just stop me and let me know, okay?
Thank you.
We're on record in 20 CR 1561402. In this case, you were charged with the crime of petty larceny. This alleged to have occurred on November 24th of 2020 in the area of 1375 Capitol Boulevard. Do you understand the charge, sir?
Yeah,
How do you wish to plead?
no contest.
Do you understand that by
Today is
pleading no
Monday.
contest, you'll be waiving your constitutional trial rights, meaning there will be no trial?
Yes,
Do you understand that means we'll go directly forward to sentencing this morning?
I did
yes.
say
I'll
hi.
accept your plea of no
I
contest,
put
find you
her
guilty.
message on the
Let me
screen.
ask you
I
this, though.
unmuted and I said hi.
Didn't have
You know
nothing-
what? I noticed that this is there during the time of
Just
COVID.
like
This
your
was right
brother.
at the end of 2020 COVID. Court was still shut down right before 2021. So I'm going to quash that warrant.
Thank you.
We're only dealing with the crime. Mr. Altum, city position.
Yeah, based on the facts of the case, firm, I'm gonna take another rare step of recommending credit time served.
Got it. Mr. Puentes?
Nothing to add, Judge, unless you want me to, but we
No,
think it's appropriate.
absolutely no. Thank you. Mr. Williams, anything you wish to say, sir? You're not required to say anything at this point.
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you. That will be the order. I noticed that this is a 2020 case and was during the time of COVID. Old case, 4 years old, coming up on 4 years. I don't see any other need to do anything else. Credit for time served. Case is closed.
I
Good
do
luck
the
to you,
same
sir.
thing.
Hand that back to you, sir.
I'll be,
Samuel Williams?
he does nothing. He's very polite. He gets like a maximum. I do that all the time. Like, I have a case on that I want to tell you guys something about. Like, this person was supposed to get 4 years, but his sister, blah blah blah. But I'll be watching chat and completely miss the whole case, and talking to chat, and then I never say it, and it's too late to say it at the end. Okay, this is the end of the docket. So my arm hurts, Fuzzy. I have a little thing on. The beer didn't cover up any pain.
For second refusal.
All right. We'll do, we'll continue to Monday or Tuesday, deputy.
Monday's fine, I guess.
Okay. We'll continue the matter to Monday. She's held on warrants on these matters, so that ought to hold her until Monday morning. See if she comes to arraignments then. How about Kenneth Brecklin?
What was that bail amount, Judge?
It's a good question.
It was
Or-
566.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And then Tim Nation is our last case. What's going on with Mr. Nation?
Your Honor, he looks like he refused trial earlier in the week. And then he's kind of a discipline issue. It looks like he just refused to come out. He was arguing with the deputies and.
So he actually refused to show up for his trial date?
Yes, he refused that earlier. And then they sent him for us. And he just has
a disciplinary issue and he's not cooperating.
Correct.
At some point, we need to go ahead and take the action necessary to bring Mr. Nation to justice, regardless of what that does. And so I think he's already entered a not guilty plea, and I'm going to ask Mr. Puentes his input. Would you rather set it for trial with an order from the court to produce using all force necessary to produce at a trial date, or would you wish me to have him produced at a Tuesday hearing using all force necessary to produce him at a in custody hearing?
I think at a Tuesday hearing, rather than wait so long for a trial and we don't know what we're dealing with.
Deputy, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna issue an order to produce Mr. Nation for
Well, someone has to
Tuesday,
tell him.
August 20th, using all force necessary to produce Mr. Nation to this court at that video arraignment to address this matter.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Follow that up with an order. Thank you. That's all I got, Deputy. Do you have any more?
That's all I have. I'm ready for the weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Good week, everyone.
Not ready. Ready. Ready, 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 ready. I almost wasn't ready. Now I'm ready. Okay, we did it. We watched that all with Josh. She was not alone. She is never alone. Listen, I want to do tiny little like 30-minute or less lives in the middle of the day for people who are not on this time zone, you know. There's just a couple things like time. I need time to do that. Second, like none of you guys would be in there because you guys are all here now. So like me doing a live another 4 hours from now, you guys are all asleep or working or anything. So it would be a completely different group of people. I'm just thinking it'll be a completely different group of people. Fozzie wants me to do 30-minute videos during the day, but I would much rather do a live. I should though. I should start taking like just 15, 20-minute clips and doing lives in the middle of the day for people who are not nuts like all of us are. You know, those people who like go to sleep at like 9:30 and then wake up at like, 7. There's people out there like that. I swear there are. And then I'm also scared of bumping into the goats. Like it would be pointless to do a live when Law Talk with Mike is doing a live. It would be stupid, wouldn't it? Or if Biggin is doing a live. It would be stupid if old Squishy Gardner, I don't know if he does lives or just videos. I don't know. But it would be dumb to do a live during that time. And then also if I do a live in the middle of the day, that's when I'm getting my content. So I would have to stop getting content for that time. But if it's only a little piece, fine, I just talked myself into it. I have something ready, but it just won't start today because I work a double today. But yes, to answer your question, yes, I'm going to start doing tiny lives during the day for people who cannot and will not wake up at 4:30, people who sleep. So that's what I'll do. I am so sorry, CJ, because CJ, she'll be dead asleep at that time. Rebecca, I will miss you. How can I do a live without security? CJ, Melissa, Rebecca, everybody from Australia won't see. It's fine. I'm almost gonna quit my job. Chaotic good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Biggin is lovely. I love Biggin. All right, listen, I gotta be careful because if I do stuff without running it by Fozzie first, he wants to know why I'm doing it. Why are you doing that? Why? Why are you doing that? Which is good. He keeps me in line, guys. I'm telling you, he keeps me in line. Yeah, I have it up right now. We're about to go there. So, oh, sugar, it was playing this whole time. Now I have to rewind it. I talk too much. Finding Justice with Judge Fleischer. That might just be his one video that I'm about to play and not his channel, but you know what? You're a big boy. You got this. Okay. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. Are we ready to get to Judge Fleischer and get back to normal? There, he has a more professional. Oh man, guys, if you guys would come to my bar, that would be awesome. I'm serious. I make sure everybody has the best time they're there. Some people get a little offended, but that's all right. They don't need to come to a bar if they're if they're gonna get offended of me making fun of them for buying a beer this big. I swear I sell beers this big, 5 ounces of beer, and people buy them. And then I make fun of them because they bought 5 ounces of beer for $3. $3 for a shot of beer. No, I'm nice to my people. Most of them, some of them, not all of them. This big, 5 ounces of beer is this big, and I sell them. Yeah. Padia, I was talking about beer glasses, don't worry. Okay, then I will sell you a tiny beer, but then I'll make a comment. Like, go slow. You know what would happen? You guys would all turn up on like my bad hair day. Or wearing one of my ripped up shirts. That would be cute though. But yeah, there's no need to come to. Nope. Nope. No, no, Rebecca. You know what, Carolyn? I did say this big without the camera on, but you knew what I meant, didn't you? Okay, okay, listen, I gotta find a person. Here we go. Let's start off good. I was at this docket, but I don't remember this docket at all. I was there.
Yeah, I will get back to you here momentarily as well. Do you want to go ahead and do those first since we can? Okay,
So the first one, Judge, is page
Yes, sir.
one, bottom of page one.
okay.
Go ahead.
Somaya Anatula, come up, please.
You need more time.
No,
Go.
Sure.
No, Lori.
I hear. No, there you, okay, okay. You speak Hindi?
Yes, in English, little bit.
Okay. So, Mr. Lat,
Yes, sir.
would you mind translating us, please?
Yeah, sure, I will do it. I will
Okay.
do translate for you. Yeah. तो आपका नाम पूछा, आप कुछ इंग्लिश बोल सकते हैं, अंग्रेजी बोल सकते हैं, हिंदी में जवाब दीजिए.
English, little bit.
So, it's okay, we'll go slow so you understand.
Right.
Anantula.
You are charged with possession of a gambling device.
Yeah, I'm working.
आपको जुए खेलने वाले मशीन के साथ आपके ऊपर चार्ज लगाया गया है.
You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine.
आपको 1 साल की जेल और $4,000 का जुर्माना हो सकता है.
We are going to do probable cause.
तो आपके लिए ना ये अभी प्रोबेबल का कहेंगे, जो दलील देंगे.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
तो वो जो भी आपको आपके विरुद्ध में जो भी कहा जाए, चुपचाप आपने सुनना है, कुछ भी बोलना नहीं है.
Okay.
On June 18th, 2024, at the Circle A Food Mart, a convenience store in Harris County, Texas.
आप जून की 24 तारीख को अभी 2024 में ये जो स्टोर का नाम लिया उसके अंदर आप वो डिवाइस के साथ पकड़े गए थे.
Undercover officers observed the defendant as the clerk.
और जब वो आपको कहा है कि ये जब डिवाइस में आप जो खेल रहे थे,
He was making monetary transactions with patrons as well as other store duties.
तो वो है ना, वो आपको वो जो जिससे देखा गया है उसके ऊपर आपके गुनाह लागू होता है।
Officers approached a video gambling device, number 5.
तो वो जो आपके साथ ना वो जो वीडियो गेम जुआ खेलने का जो मशीन था आपके पास, उसके बारे में कह रहे हैं।
The device is named Ultimate Firelink.
तो वो जो उसका नाम है वो जुए की मशीन का, तो अल्टीमेट जो भी वर्चुअल कहते हैं वो है।
Officers inserted $20 into the device.
तो वो है ना, उसके ऊपर आप $20 का खेल रहे थे।
They placed bets of 50 cents.
और उसके ऊपर है ना 50 सेंट का जो हो रहा था।
The officer was then awarded a winning screen of $64.
और आप उससे है ना 64 रुपये जीत रहे थे।
Officers continued to play the device until the total credits were worth $85.
अब जब वो जो आपको देखा गया पाया गया तो वो ना $84 का हुआ था।
The officer pressed collect on the machine.
ऑफिसर जब आया वो मशीन के पास देखा आपको।
And then the officer approached the counter and notified the defendant of the win.
और जब आपको है ना ऑफिसर ने लेके जाए काउंटर के पास तो और बताया गया कि आप जीते थे।
The defendant then withdrew cash and paid the winnings.
तो जब आपको ना जो जीता हुआ बताया गया तो उसके आपको बचाव के लिए
That's it, Your Honor.
Sir, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to.
So if you don't remember, which you might, we had one of these cases before. And I think, Kelly, I'm really going to need you on this one. I think the law in Texas is you're only allowed to like if you put $20 in, you can only win like up to $20 or $30. You can't win any more than that. Remember the last guy we had in here, I think the officer put $20 in and won $40 or $41. And then they got busted because he wasn't allowed to win $41. He could only win 40. We had, I don't know if it was the same guy, but we had a business owner in here before with the same thing. So they busted him because he won too much money. The officer won too much money, which is just not okay. I mean, it's like someone telling me I put too much rum in their rum and Coke. Just drink it and be happy.
Go forward with your case.
तो वो कह रहे हैं कि जो आपके ऊपर जो जुर्म लगाया गया है तो उसके बारे में ये जो आपका केस है वो बता रहे हैं।
Are you currently employed?
आप अभी काम करते हैं? बोले मुंह से हाँ या ना?
काम कर।
Yes, yes sir.
Yes sir.
Do you have a lawyer now?
आपके पास वकील है?
Not now, next week, sir.
You don't have it. No.
Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
आपको कोर्ट अगर कोई वकील की निमणूक करते हैं तो मंजूर है? सर?
Yeah.
मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ। Yes, yes sir.
Yes. I'm willing to give you a lawyer so that you don't have to pay for one.
तो ये लोग जब आपके लिए वकील की निमणूक करेंगे तो आपको उसके पैसे नहीं देने हैं।
The only thing I'm going to ask you is do not pick up.
मैं अभी आपको एक ही बात कहूंगा।
Do not pick up any new cases.
कोई और केस आपके लिए नहीं लेना है।
I will not put any conditions on your bond.
आपके बॉन्ड के ऊपर कोई शर्त नहीं लगा रहे हैं।
Just beware where you are working, what you're doing, make sure that it is legal.
आप जहां पर भी काम कर रहे हैं, जो भी काम कर रहे हैं, आपने इस बात का मेक श्योर करना है कि आप उसको लीगल काम कर रहे हैं।
Deputy will give you an application. I will have you speak with Victoria.
जो आपकी अर्जी है उसको आप विक्टोरिया के साथ बात करनी है।
I will have you sign a receipt and then we will just have you take a seat in the jury box.
तो उसके ऊपर आपने आपका दस्तखत करना है और वो आप वहां पर बैठना है।
I went to Catholic school growing up, and back then we had bingo. We had bingo in the basement, and we were all down in the basement of the school and the church are all together in one building doing bingo, and we were raided by the police. And the police came in, a whole group of police, a lot of police came in. And they lined us all up because it's down in the basement, which is the basketball court. So they lined us all up like in a U around the basketball court, and then they cleared everything off all the tables, took the bingo machines and everything, and that's when we found out that all of a sudden bingo is gambling and you're not allowed to gamble at a church. And then we all had to go home and bingo was no more.
Okay, I guess yeah,
All right, let's go ahead.
come on.
Page 2, Angel Padia, come on up.
Good morning.
Eric, do you have a Spanish one as well?
I'm done here, Hindi.
No, Judge, mine's in English already.
I didn't put any conditions on him.
Oh, okay.
He's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to do?
Yeah. No, you're good to go, Ms. Shalat. Thank you so much for helping us out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I will do.
I started bingo at my bar on Wednesdays. Wednesday night is bingo night, but I can only do it free. Like I buy prizes. I set them up on a table. The other server who serves with me, she buys prizes, and they come in and they play bingo. They're not allowed to give any money or anything. They get their free prizes and they leave after they drink a lot and tip me.
Listo.
Okay. Who's this?
Page 2, Your Honor, Angel.
Okay, Padilla. You, Angel Padilla.
Yes.
Sir, you're charged with illegal dumping. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm sorry. The officer of Lara Street reported illegal dumping on his property. Officers conducted an investigation. The owner provided a video showing a red older model Chevrolet and an adult exit the driver's side of the truck and illegally dumped solid waste from the bed of the truck onto the side of the road, which includes 2 passenger tires. The co-defendant was yesterday, I believe.
There's a co-defendant?
Yes, Your Honor, he was yesterday.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Deputy Gonzalez advised the investigator that he had located the suspect's truck parked in the driveway of a residence less than half a mile from the dump site. Officer met with Deputy Gonzalez in front of the residence and observed a red older model Chevrolet 2-door truck to have very similar characteristics to the one on the video. Officer and your investigator and Deputy Gonzalez met with the defendant. Investigator conducted an interview with the defendant, which was audio and video recorded. He admitted to dumping 2 tires.
He admitted to dumping the 2 tires.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe they worked together. This one is. It also identified him as having tattoos on his upper right arm.
Had a what?
Tattoos on his upper right arm.
Okay. Mr. Angel Padilla, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Are you United States citizen?
No, I'm a resident.
With or without permission?
¿Usted está en este país con permiso o sin permiso? Without permission.
Know what happens if you go to
¿Usted
jail?
sabe lo que pasa si usted va a una cárcel? Tiene que hablar, sí, yes. ¿Qué pasa?
This is one of the bingo prizes that the other server got. I'm going to open it. I stole it because we do that. We take whatever we want and then we do bingo. But I stole it because, all right, it's stuck. Oh no. Oh wait, I remember. So I want to give this to my daughter for Christmas. My my adult daughter because this, don't worry about that. This is the stapler. It comes with these teensy tiny little staples. And this is the tape. And this is the staple remover. And the thing that fell was a little a hole punch, a tiny little hole punch. And these scissors are freaking sharp because I tested them as I thought it was just junk. No, no, no. These are superior office products. And I thought, my daughter is gonna love it. These are the type of prizes we give out for figures. Stupid little things.
Pardon? They will take away your documents, your papers.
Immigration will put a detainer on you. You will be stuck in jail until this case is over with. And then until immigration takes you, it will be about 6 to 9 months. You will sit in jail for that entire time and then end up getting deported. So do not violate any of the conditions I put on you now. Do not pick up any new cases. Otherwise, I will put you in jail. And if you're unlucky enough, you'll be there for a very, very long time. This is the only warning that you will get from me. Do you understand? Yes. You are not allowed to drive if you don't have a Texas driver license and liability insurance. And I'm making that a condition of your bond. You will be signing a promise with me today. Do not drive.
He has an eligible driver's license.
Oh, does he?
Yes, resident.
He's telling me he's here undocumented. He has a Texas driver license. Are you sure?
I'm a
You have a
resident.
Texas driver license.
¿De Texas? Yes. Sí, señor, solo español.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
¿Permiso o sin permiso? With permission.
What kind of permission do
¿Qué
you
tipo
have?
de permiso tiene?
Residencia.
Residency
All right.
card.
So as long as you have liability insurance and a Texas driver license, you may drive. Understand, if you're a resident, you're not a citizen. And the more criminal cases you pick up, the higher likelihood you have of that residency being revoked. Because they can do that. Do you understand? Okay. I will have you go to Victoria. We will have you sign a reset. We will get you out of here. When you come back, please have a lawyer. Don't pick up any new cases. Otherwise, I will put you in jail, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, is that gonna be bond conditions for?
I didn't put any conditions. He has a license, and so just send him on his way. THA.
Victoria
All right,
sounds
Judge,
lovely.
that's in page 8, Flores, Ortega.
Caballero, ¿qué tal? Haga lo mismo. Aquí, cerca, solo me contesta en español. Flores, ¿no? Sí, señor. Yes.
Are you Azael de Jesus Flores Ortega?
¿Ese es usted? Yes.
You were charged with assault of a family member. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
Excuse me.
On August 10th, 2024, at approximately 2 in the morning, officers were dispatched to an apartment in Harris County. They spoke with complainant. She stated that the disturbance occurred because she contacted her ex-boyfriend, who is the father of her child, and the defendant got mad because he found out she contacted him. As she advised officers that she had just been assaulted by the defendant, as he was able to land his right hand, she didn't know if it was a closed or open fist on her left eye. And she felt pain on the right eye. Complainant advised she grabbed her phone and was exiting the apartment room when he grabbed her head and slammed into the hallway hall of the apartment complex.
You slammed her head in the wall?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. She felt pain and continued her way to a friend's apartment to contact police. Officers observed minor swelling on her left eye, as well as a scratch on her left eyelid. She also advised officers that defendant was walking up the stairs of the apartment complex. And she identified it.
Any alcohol or dope, anything like
I don't
that?
see anything like that, Your Honor. However, it is 2 in the morning. It is 2 in the morning.
Right. Mr. Flores, is that it? Mr. Flores, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. If you are not a United States citizen and you're in this country without permission and you go to jail, you will be stuck because immigration will put a detainer on you. I'm not going to give you any more warning, and I will protect every single person in this county. You're not to have any contact with this complaining witness whatsoever. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons. There's a protective order that has been issued, and I strongly urge you to take a look to see what it says, because if you violate that protective order, the state canon will file a violation of a protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. As it stands now, we are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I will first have you go to Victoria, sign a reset, and then I will have you take a seat in the jury box while I get your bond conditions. You will be promising us that you're not having any contact or any weapons. And if I find that you do, or if you pick up a new case, I will put you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Pase aquí a la izquierda, por favor.
So key, no contact, no weapons.
Judge, next is page 13. Criteria Sanchez.
Hey. So you Pedro Renteria Sanchez.
Yes.
So you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
The complainant called officers after a non-physical disturbance at her residence. She was in her bed, nude, as she normally sleeps. The defendant came in, was taking off his pants. She told him that she did not want to have sexual relations with him. He grabbed her arms and pushed them away from her legs, then grabbed her legs to force them to spread apart from each other. She kicked, punched, and pushed defendant off her. And the complainant yelled loudly so the neighbors could hear her. I don't want to, I don't want to. The defendant covered her mouth and nose.
He what?
Defendant covered her mouth and nose. The assault lasted a few seconds and not give breath. During the assault, the defendant grabbed the complainant's arms, legs, and shins on her legs, causing her pain and visible injuries.
What did he do to her legs? I'm sorry.
He grabbed them.
Grabbed them?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear the other part. That he did what to the legs? Le agarró sus brazos y sus piernas, causándole dolor visible.
Complainant was finally able to kick the defendant in the groin. This caused him to back away and leave the complainant's residence. Officers observed visible bruises on both of her arms and legs, including on the front of both of her shins, ranging in size from the size of a quarter to the size of a small fruit.
Small what?
Fruit.
El rango de tamaño del montón de una moneda de 25 centavos hasta una pequeña fruta.
Mr. Renteria Sanchez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Let me tell you that you're extremely lucky that you're not charged with attempted sexual assault, because then you would be looking at a very, very serious felony charge. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person whatsoever, and I'm issuing an order for protection. This identifies Sylvia Hernandez Villatoro as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot stalk, threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Have you run his NCIC? See what other prior criminal history he has. Logan, please. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using anything, I will put you in jail. Are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Permiso o sin permiso. Without permission.
What happens if you go to
¿Qué
jail?
pasa si usted va a una cárcel, señor Rentería?
Can't tell.
Think.
Piense, señor.
It also could be
It'll go
swayed.
badly for me. Hable más fuerte. It'd be bad for me.
Are you in this country
Está en este país
without
con permiso o
permission?
sin permiso. Without permission.
What happens if you go to
¿Qué
jail?
pasa si usted va a una cárcel? If I go to jail, they'll deport me.
That's what I want you to understand.
Eso es lo que yo quiero que usted
You're
entienda.
not in this country with permission.
Usted no está en este país. Usted no está en este país.
Jail. And you spend more than 4 hours.
Hay más de unas 4
Immigration sweeps it every
Inmigración.
single
I don't
day.
think
They
it's
find you. They will put a detainer on you. You will be stuck like Chuck in jail until this case is over. And then you will be shipped off to immigration where you will wait for another 6 to 9 months, waiting for immigration to do whatever they're going to do.
Inmigración haga lo que va a hacer con usted.
So the next time
Próxima vez,
you get something in your head that you want to do,
se le mete algo en la cabeza que usted quiera hacer,
even
que posiblemente
remotely violate the law, think about what could potentially happen to you. Because I will protect every single person. And if that means putting your butt in jail, I'll do it in a heartbeat.
si meter usted en una cárcel lo haría ya de un instante.
Your Honor, I don't see anything, but he did have Miss Josephine Pineda did have a protective order against him. I'm not sure who she is. There's no criminal case
What's
associated.
the last name?
Josephine Pineda?
Okay, that's a different person.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I wonder what that means and how that originated. Where court was that filed out of? 280th?
I'm looking, Your Honor. It's Washington. It looks like it's the state of Washington. I'm not 100% sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what, like what the charge would be.
He also has an immigration
You took your shoulder pads out? No, leave them in.
violation for, no, sir, that's for a different person. That just has
Reason I'm asking is because do I put an ankle monitor on him? Guys, that's why I'm
monitor would be warranted in the situation because of the severity of the allegation.
El monitor del tobillo sería exigido en esta situación debido a la severidad, la gravedad de la situación.
Judge, in reading that protective order out of state, it looks to be civil, just because looking at the conditions and the language of it.
Look at the twins working so hard together. Good job, guys.
But otherwise, I don't have any more information. It's a no contact order, no stalking, no purchasing firearms.
Puede comprar armas de fuego.
That's it, that's all I see. The language seems very similar.
Mr. Renteria, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Behave yourself in the free world. You won't get another chance. This is the only warning you're going to get from me. So either take it in a good way. If you don't, you know what's going to happen.
Ya sabe lo que le va a pasar a usted. ¿Entendió? Sí, señor.
If you go to
Yes, sir.
sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and then you'll be free to go.
Oh, vaya,
Next is page 15, Rodriguez, come on up.
Are you Jonathan Rodriguez?
Rodriguez?
I love your confidence.
Perdón,
This is Ladislao.
I'm Ladislao Rodriguez.
Oh. Got it. Okay. Sorry. Ladislao Rodriguez Vargas. Okay. Sir, you're charged with failure to identify oneself. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an appointed attorney if you cannot afford one, sir. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. On August 10th, 2024, officers responded to a minor motor vehicle accident. Complainant reported that her and her boyfriend were arguing while driving, and while they were driving, he grabbed the steering wheel so that he could cause an accident. This caused an accident.
It caused an accident.
Complainant said that while she was driving, or that after the accident, the defendant left the scene. The defendant was located nearby, and he was asked if he had any ID on him. He indicated that his name was Lalo Rodriguez. He gave the correct birthday. He stated that Lalo was his legal name, and not a nickname. Defendant seemed intoxicated. The complainant stated that she did not want to leave with him because of the arguing. So officers told him to find a way home. The defendant was put into custody for public intoxication. And he was identified by his Mexican electoral card, which showed his true name.
Did he give his right name?
He gave the name Lalo. Instead of Ladislao.
Just Ladislao.
Ladislao.
And he gave the correct date of birth too. Take a seat for me at the jury box. Well, I'm gonna need more time with you. Let's blow through everybody else first.
Judge, so that was the last.
Okay, great. Can we just do the Vietnamese and then we'll help the lawyers? Okay. Miss Lee, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Judge.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
Page 21, Fran.
Okay. Good morning, Miss Tran.
Xin chào chị nhìn quan tòa nha. Tôi là Vân Anh thông dịch.
We have a translator for you.
Có người thông dịch cho chị.
We will go slow so that you understand.
Chúng tôi nói chậm thôi để chị hiểu.
You were charged with a liquor violation.
Cái tội là phạm tội với lại về rượu.
You were facing up to a year in jail.
Có thể là có 1 năm tù.
And or a $4,000 fine.
Và có thể thêm 4.000 đồng tiền phạt.
We're going to do probable
Chúng tôi
cause.
sẽ điều tra coi là có nguyên nhân có thể xảy ra không.
You have the right to remain silent.
Quyền không nói gì hết.
Anything you say can or will be
Bất
used.
cứ những gì chị nói hôm nay vẫn có thể dùng để mà kết tội chị trong tương lai.
You have the right to have an attorney
Chị
appointed.
có quyền để mà muốn chọn một người ta cho một người luật sư.
If you cannot afford one.
Nếu mà chị không có đủ khả năng trả tiền cho luật sư.
Okay.
On August 8th, 2024,
18, 2024,
officers with the Texas Alcoholic Beverage.
I appreciate your comments on my videos, Jessica.
Và những người làm việc cho văn phòng, cho chỗ làm về vấn đề của quan sát về rượu.
Went to a gas station with an
Đến
undercover.
một cái trạm xăng đến đó.
And they got him to buy a 12-ounce Bud Light from the clerk.
Đến đó họ mua một cái 12 ounce nước rượu. Bia.
Defendant was
Repeat.
The defendant was the clerk.
Người kết tại tội này là người bán hàng.
And she sold the clerk. The clerk sold the 17-year-old a beer for $2.
Cô ta bán cái chai bia đó cho người 17 tuổi.
The undercover child was clean shaven.
Cái người đó là người mà họ làm việc trong văn phòng này và họ đến đó để kiểm soát.
and wearing a local high school t-shirt.
Và người đó là một người học sinh trong trường high school gần đó.
Officers came in and advised her the transaction was illegal.
Người mà cảnh sát đi vô và nói cho cô biết là cái hoạt động vừa qua là không có hợp lệ.
That's it, Your Honor.
Đấy, xong rồi.
I'm going to find there's probable cause to go
Tôi
forward.
quyết định là có nguyên nhân có thể xảy ra để mà tiếp tục vấn đề này.
Would you like to apply for a court-appointed
Chị có
lawyer?
muốn quan tòa cho một người luật sư đại diện không? I don't have money.
I will give you a lawyer today.
Tôi sẽ cho chị một người luật sư không trả tiền.
Not cost you anything.
Không có tốn tiền đâu. Chị muốn không nói to lên. Please speak louder.
They will help you with this case.
Trường hợp nếu có luật sư sẽ giúp đỡ cho chị trong vấn đề này.
Is John D working with us today? Come on. Dang. Fantastic.
Dạ, xin giúp đỡ
Yes.
giùm tôi.
Yes, please help me.
Lần đầu tiên tôi không biết gì hết á.
This is my first time. I don't know anything. I didn't understand anything.
It's okay. We will help you. I need
Sao
you
đâu?
to fill out an application though.
Rồi bây giờ trở lại kia điền cái đơn nha.
Don't worry, man. You'll be
Đừng có
fine.
lo.
Deputy will give you an application. I
Người
will
bồi
have you
toàn sẽ đưa
sign
cho
a
cái
reset,
đơn.
and then
Mà bằng lòng
momentarily
của
I'll
luật
have you
sư.
speak to a lawyer.
Rồi, thì sau cho mình nói chuyện với luật sư.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, please.
Okay.
No conditions.
All right, Judge Page, 11, Lewis, counsel here.
Mr. Ballantyne, also. Okay, I guess you can. Are you ready? Come on.
Your Honor, do you still need me to stay on?
No, thank you so much, Miss Lee.
Thank you.
Take care. Good
Bye.
job.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right, now I need you to phonetically spell it. Is it Wiesgen? Wiesgen? Weskin? Weskinchuk? How do you say the W-E-E-S-G-E-E-N? Like,
Is this Miss Lewis?
Lewis, Judge.
Good morning, Miss Lewis. Ma'am, you're charged of driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney appointed if you cannot afford one. Okay.
On April 4th, 2024, at approximately 9:20 in the evening, officers were dispatched to a two-car crash. Upon arrival, officers
instead of studying for his test that he was supposed to be taking today, Victoria, Michael was in here. Or is in here. I don't know. Did he say goodbye? He's in here. He's supposed to be taking his test, but he's playing around on YouTube. You need to talk to him. Oh, and Victoria, guess who else was in here today? The judge. The judge was in here today at guys, help me. I don't remember what time is it. Was it I think it was before 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So isn't that before 3 a.m. his time? And then, oh no, guys, listen, I just told the judge that I go until 7, which I do. I go until 7 Eastern Standard Time. So the judge probably thinks I'm going for another hour. I guess we'll just have to go for another hour. I'm not a liar. No. I'm joking. Calm down, Muds. I remember my stream was I don't know, 2 hours and 55 minutes once. And poor legal. He's like, hey, how much longer is this going to be? Because I have to blah, blah, blah. Legal works so hard, guys. You don't even know. You don't even know how hard he works. Yes, he was in, but you can't text him because he doesn't have his glasses on, so he can't see. And we were talking about Dutch toilets when he came in. Oh man, I have Discord blocked except for some DMs that I couldn't block everybody. So I'm just wondering who's beeping in the middle of a live. Oh, I didn't read it. I should. Oh, thank you, Linus. I'm gonna play one. Can I play one? Can I play one? Out loud in chat? I don't want to do it if you're gonna get mad. But I want everybody to hear how to say stuck like Chuck in Dutch. So tell me if I can or I can't. I don't even know if it'll work. All right. We have to get back to the judge before the judge actually comes back in and finds me slacking off.
Found the defendant lying on the ground next to her car, with an unknown party attempting to assist her off the ground.
Okay, hold on. Someone's trying to pick her up off the ground. Got it. Listen closely. I don't know if you're going to hear this. You should. This is stuck like Chuck in Dutch. Ready?
Wees geen Chuck,
Oh, I can't
which
say
basically means don't be Chuck.
that. Don't be Chuck, guys.
Wees geen Chuck.
Wees geen Chuck. Wees geen Chuck. Don't be Chuck. All right.
The defendant was feeling chest pains and was in shock based on being unable to answer specific questions of what had occurred. EMS arrived and assisted the defendant. A witness said that she observed the defendant stopped at an intersection and another vehicle changed lanes, which caused the defendant to strike the other vehicle. Officers attempted to gather a statement from the defendant, and she was verbally combative towards the officer. She said she blacked out due to the crash and was traveling home, but didn't know where she was. She was transported to Kingwood Hospital. At the hospital, she admitted to drinking 2 margaritas and some wine. She said that she was 7 of 10, with 10 being the most intoxicated. Officers conducted the standard field sobriety tests, 6 of 6 for HGN. The walk and turn and 1 leg stand were not performed because she was in the hospital. Blood was drawn at approximately 2:42 in the morning, and she was at 0.141.
I have a willing issue, Judge. I don't hear anyone say she was driving, or they saw her get out the driver's seat.
Response.
The witness said that she observed the defendant's vehicle stopped at the intersection, observed the incident, and the witness is the person that was assisting her.
So the witness saw her driving?
Yes, Your Honor. She observed the entire accident. She stated that the defendant was stopped at the intersection. The other vehicle changed lanes in an unsafe manner, which led the defendant to strike her. She confirmed the other vehicle's identification.
I don't doubt she saw the collision, but can't she say who was driving? There's no statement that says Ms. Lewis was behind the wheel at the time of the crash or after.
The witness stayed on the scene, Your Honor, until the police had gotten there. There's no one else in the vehicle.
I'm going to find that there's probable cause now.
Yep. No one said she was driving, but he found probable cause because there was no one else there and the car was moving. All right, guys. Here we go. Ready?
Vast als Chuck.
Vast als Chuck. That's stuck like Chuck in Dutch. Now we are bilingual. We're all bilingual. Hold on, one more time.
Vast als Chuck.
Vast als Chuck. I'd probably go to jail if I went over where she is because I'd be saying all these words, not knowing what they are.
Mr. Sanders, if you find something else that disputes that, come back and I'm all ears always, Ms. Lewis, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
We love it.
You may not
so
drive
much.
unless you have both. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you consume alcohol or any kind of dope, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get more PR bonds. You understand, man? As long as you can be clean, you'll be fine with us. Because you have a lawyer, I'll waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time.
Jessica, meet
He'll
my
take
good
care of the case
Lego.
for you and he'll tell you when you have to come back to
meet
court. But if he
Jessica.
tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. So just stay in touch and no alcohol and you'll be fine. Okay? I'll have you go sign a reset with Victoria now, then you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and after that, you guys are free to go. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Judge, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Page 1, Alamin, come on up.
Come on up, Mom. Thank you so much for coming. Hi, thank you for coming. You are Khalil Tariq Al Amin.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you are charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
On August 9th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a liquor store in response to a suspicious person call. The call was regarding 2 juveniles who were trying to get adults to buy them alcohol at the liquor store. The call slip indicated that one of the children had a handgun. Officers arrived on scene and made contact with the defendant, and during the pat down, officers located the gun inside the defendant's underwear, not within a holster. The gun came back clean. The defendant's 18 years old, and he stated he found the gun in the bayou.
Pedro Renteria.
Mr. Al-Amin, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, what are you doing with your life now, sir?
Right now, I'm looking for a job so I can get to where I start working, you know.
Have you ever had a job?
So I have,
When's the last time you've had a job?
just a few months ago.
Doing
Hasn't
what?
been no longer than a year. I said a few months ago, it hasn't been no longer than a year. I worked at Jimmy John's.
Okay. Did you graduate from high school?
So I did not.
Oof, that's a bad start, my friend. We are going to make sure that that happens now. And if you don't, you're going to be earning it behind bars. So we're going to do this one way or the other. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm sending you now for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your body. I'm not going to put you in jail now, but depending on what shows up, if anything is in there, I will test you again 31 days from today. And if I find anything in there, you will likewise go to jail. Do you understand? No more games, no more dope. And in school, I will appoint you a lawyer today. And I'm going to bring him back 2 weeks from today. And I want to see what you have done to start getting your GED or get back into high school. And if you've done neither, life is not going to go well between you and I. Do you understand? What happened to the other kid that was with him? Did they arrest him as well or not?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. Let me check the police report. He might be a minor, so it wouldn't show in our system immediately.
I will pay for everything for you, so you don't have to pay for anything, okay? All I want to do is get him on the right and straight and narrow because we're going to do it one way or the other. So for now, would you mind reaching out to the MAC, please? Now, I'm going to send him for a drug test. I'd like to come back because I want to see what, if anything, is in the system. All 18-year-olds, don't matter what they say, nothing is true. I mean, I know 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. I mean, it goes in one year. For me, it goes on the other. What is on paper is what matters, right? So whatever he tells me, I want to see what the drug test says. I have a sneaky suspicion what I think, but we shall see. If you take off, if you don't go do the drug test, because I'm ordering you to come back. If you don't come back, I'm going to make your bond so high, your head is going to spin 50 miles an hour. Do you understand? No more weapons.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's send him for a drug test and then he's got to come right back and we'll go from there.
Okay. I paused this video so much, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. It's fine. I mean, we really already weeded out all those people. We really did. I mean, I don't know how many lives I've posted, but if someone comes here now thinking that it's court videos, then that's their fault. There, there is some court videos going on here, but not really. It's just the chat, guys. It's all the chat. No, he has not. He's working. He's working. And he's always grumpy. He doesn't have to move into grumpy. I would like to know. I'm going to text his wife later and ask her if he's always grumpy. And she's going to say, "Who the hell are you?" Oh, God, I want to. That would be so funny. Oh, no, Heather, I'm so sorry. But look, this live is already 2 hours and 34 minutes long. Oh. You can't drink and work, Fozzie. Don't do that. Okay, I do that, but I work at a brewery. So so it's different. I hate when people say it's different. It's different for me. You do airplanes, I do beer. So, listen, I don't know how, but you can just fast forward through my talking. It's a quite a pain because you would keep losing your Roku remote. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. I think mine is too. I'm just too. I just do. But that's fine. I couldn't drink while I was writing code though, because when you're writing code, you have to think of the beginning, the end, and everything in the middle at one time, and how everything is going to fit together at one time. So when I drank, which I did a little bit, it took me longer to write code. It took me a lot longer. I want to go visit Linus, guys. We should all start saving up to go on an international trip. Doesn't Law Talk with Mike do his like internationally? Doesn't he like go all over the place? Yep, same, same, except court videos. That's fine. You know, there's no user manual for this. You don't get trained for this. Anybody can just do it. There's special training involved. See? So I can do that too. Do I have booze? Frequently. Well, he can't be in two places at once, guys. Get your stories straight. It is a struggle. It is. You're yelling at the computer saying, "You know what I meant." Oh, I didn't commit. I didn't commit. Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to go to a random link that Fozzie just sent me in the middle of a live that I have not even seen or heard or tested at all. I'm just going to just randomly stream this link. Oh my gosh. I do not in any way, shape, or form want any sponsor at all. At all. Period. Unless it's a beer. Wait, guys, I'm telling you right this second, if someone's gonna pay me to drink a beer on my stream, even if it's $1, you guys are gonna hear some commercials about beer. I'm just telling you right now. If if there's a beer sponsor, I am all in. No, I don't think I'm ever, ever, ever gonna get a sponsor. I do not want no one tell me what to say. Everybody already tells me what to say on my stream. Everybody always tells me when to talk, when not to talk, how not to talk, especially YouTube, but they don't really tell me. They just tell me when it's wrong. All right, I'm going to play this random link that I just got sent for you guys. And if there's anything wrong, it's fine. Just go with it. Go with it. Quasi, I had something special picked for the outro today. It was still your stuff, don't worry, but I had something, but it's all right. I'll save it for another day. Save it for another day. Guys, thank you so much for coming out to this long, long, long stream. I am not getting another Kelly video out today. Probably not tomorrow either, because my whole family's going to the beach tomorrow, so I have a lot of work to do. I have to make sure they have, underwear, food, gas. I know I filled up the car today. But it's going to take me a lot of work because they are going to the beach. So I just won't have time. And I have to get Linus's birthday present together. I am not going to drop this ball. I can't wait. So thank you so much for coming out. I won't see you in Judge Fleischer's stream today because it's Saturday, apparently, I guess. But I will have some more Judge Fleischer. I have Mondays to play. Monday was so good. We missed a lot of it. I'm going to play that for tomorrow's stream. So I will see you all then. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. And all you vibers that are lurking, hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think it's Saturday because, I haven't gone to bed yet. So it's whatever day I think it is. Here we go.
Kathy wakes up with the moon still high, streaming court videos to the sky. Coffee's brewing, but we don't need a cup. Her laughter's the joy that fills us up.
Yesterday's gonna be it good or bad. With Kathy around, time's never sad. Her bright blue eyes light up the screen. Courtroom drama feels like a dream.
Kathy, you're our morning star. Courtroom fun with you goes far. People say you pause too much, but we love your gentle touch. Comments flying, words they miss. Love that breaks, it's pure bliss. Bringing smiles every sunrise. Kathy's world is our prize. Together we laugh as the day begins. No plans, just court and grins. She's the sunshine, the early bird. In her joy, our hearts are stirred. Kathy, you're our morning star. Courtroom fun with you goes far. People say you pause too much, but we love your gentle touch. Together we laugh as the day begins. No plans, just court and grins. She's the sunshine, the early bird. In her joy, our hearts are stirred. Kathy, you're our morning star. Courtroom fun with you goes far. Courtroom far. People say you pause too much, but we love your gentle touch.